has Hurt Fashion Week. I'm here with the special preview of Spring 2014, and no other than, please introduce yourself.
Nikki Virtenzone.
That's a mouthful. Now, you are designing the line by the name of
Narces.
Narces. And Nikki, we got to know a little bit about you, so please let our viewers at Fashion Weekly also know a bit. We love that royalty touch. So tell me a little bit about your mom.
About my mom. Well, I mean, my mom is my biggest inspiration. I was raised with her around me, her inspiration around me, her creativity. She's always been in the industry. So, I don't know how else is it to be without that.
She was a royalty dressmaker? She
was the right hand, in the 80s, late 80s, she was the right hand dressmaker of Victor Edelstein, who was the, he's famous for Princess Diana's designer. And one of the, I guess, iconic dresses that my mom made was the John Travolta dress.
And tell us, so mom doing this, you were growing up watching mom doing all of this.
Yes.
So I also got to know that at a very young age you designed your first. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah,
How old were you?
I was 7 years old. For a full dress that I made from pattern to cutting to everything was when I was 7, which dates back to age 7. I mean, I've done all bits and pieces before that as well. But,
7, wow. Okay, so we're coming to somebody who actually not only has the passion for it, but also the credentials, right? So tell us a little bit about your education and your background and how'd you got into this?
So my background, I have an MBA, I have a business background. I also have an arts and media degree within that MBA. So my fashion education has been through my mom. So it's been through living through, that whole period where I learned dressmaking from her, pattern making from her, and about the textures and all the detailing that goes into making a dress.
Say it so humbly. Tell us a little bit about, so you also worked on the technical side, so you have the experience for this too. So you've worked in what field?
Well, I've been in buying for the longest time now, and I work for a retailer. They have 165 stores,
wow.
Which I love. I love what I do there. I lead a team of a very, very talented team of merchandising.
So you're not just jumping into this?
No, I'm not just jumping into this. I'm the creative side of this, so it's my creative outlet.
Oh, wow. And so you're juggling work, plus you got the education, and you also have a small family.
Yes, I do. It's very small, but I have a family.
Well, tell us a little bit about them too.
Yeah, so I have a husband.
Oh.
You asked me if I'm married. I have a husband, and I have a 21-month-old daughter.
And what'd you call her? Zoe?
Her name's Zoe.
Oh, wow, that's so cute. So how has it been juggling? Well, husbands are the easy ones.
Yeah,
okay?
yeah, by
but
far.
But the baby, how?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I love it. I adore it. I guess I waited so long to have her, and I just adore every second with her. She's been a huge inspiration. She's so creative. She's so funny. A sense of humor that I don't even know where she gets from, but I just enjoy seeing her, and
that
she
is so sweet.
Feeds into my creativity as well.
And the husband's plus more.
A plus more, yes.
Right? Plus more.
Yes.
Guys, we got to stand for our side too, over
He's
here.
my partner in crime. He's the biggest force behind this brand. I only designed for it, so it's because of him that it's gone to places like Holt Renfrew, to TNT. It's in boutiques across Europe. It's online stores in Europe. It's all the way across, but also in the Middle East. So he's put so much effort on the business side of this brand that really boosted it to this level.
That's so beautiful. So give us a little bit of an idea about, you see, we always talk to people about when they're beginning and starting off. So you're somebody who was in the business, so you knew some of the steps to take, right?
Yes,
so let's start off with, if somebody's new and one day wants to decide to get into this just like you did, but you already have the background for it, give me one main advice that you want to give them?
Yeah, I'll have a lot of advice in the sense that you need to know the business side before you get into that. It's great that you know the creative side, but know your business side, because that's what's going to set the frame up, and that's what's going to let you be creative further down the road. One of the great advice that I got from Tadashi is a big designer, and we were just in Coterie presenting the Spring Summer 2014 line, and when I was speaking to him, and he always said, whenever I meet any young designer, I always tell them cost equals design. design equals cost. So get your cost right, get to know who your customer is, make sure you're marketing to the right person, and make sure your formula works. So you'll have a lot of great business people that have a lot of great fashion lines, but people that actually have only the design side, you're not going to have a great design
What
line.
about those little be careful of that you did and that now you realize, no, I shouldn't have done that? What about one of those?
One of those that I did.
We're not going to
I
get
could-
into detail.
Yeah,
But-
I could talk about that, definitely. I mean, when I was starting out, my dresses were, retail-wise, were a lot higher. So we're talking about over $2,000. So they were really hand-embellished, you know, the cost equals
quality,
design thing.
okay.
It was there. It was that level. But, you know, when you bring yourself down to the level of the customer, how many customers are actually going to come in, you know, and buy this dress? So you're
Okay.
really limiting and you're really making your market small and as small as possible. So, and also the beauty of actually being able to design something unique is you want to make sure that it's attainable for
everybody.
for everyone, a great crowd. So when someone likes the dress, they can actually afford to get it.
So you specialize in after 5 p.m. wear,
Right.
evening wear, that kind of
Evening
thing,
wear,
right?
yes,
So
cocktail
a
dresses.
lot of this previous designs that you put out there have been with iconic symbols, with iconic names like Grace Kelly,
Right. Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe. What about this new one for spring 2014?
This one, I mean, if I had to just summarize it down to 2 words, it would be an aquatic garden party, which is actually 3 words. But for me, it was more the spring summer. The inspiration was the whole flowy, suspended in the water, jellyfish-like. This one is a great example of one of my first dresses that I designed for this collection, where it's kind of gravity defying. I mean, it's not on a mannequin, but if someone, it's not on a model, but if a model is wearing this, it's actually, it looks like it's not being pulled down, so it's
flowy,
very
uh-huh.
floaty. It's very jellyfish-like. So
Wow.
that was one of the first pieces that I designed, and the rest of it was kind of
Well,
elements that.
It is beautiful. So Nikki, now tell us a little bit about the future steps. What are you going to be? What do we expect from you? What do we see from Narces? Where do you go now?
Well, right now I'm with the dresses, as you see, the evening wear and the cocktail dresses. I would love to perfect that before we talked about the business side. So my goal would be, perfect this 100%, make sure you get the side of the business right, then expand your line into, pieces other than just dresses. And then down the road, I would love to be able to get into menswear.
Oh
Which-
God, I'll be your perfect model.
Okay,
I will
that's
wear it.
great.
Great.
I don't need to search for models. That's perfect.
And I will also wear them too.
Yes?
regularly.
Okay, that's
yes,
great.
Yes. Well, guys, viewers, readers from Fashion Weekly, here we are. We have a special inside with Nikki from Narces. Thank you so much for having
Thank
us.
you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
You.
Thank you.
Same here.